Hello, everyone. This is Dave with Moonride. I'm going to channel today on what's next, just generally speaking, what is next for the next couple of months of life under Trump. Let's take a look at the summer. Okay, well, interesting enough, I keep getting Lena Rodriguez's face, so be sure and check her readings because I'm getting told that they'll have a lot to offer you about the summer. I almost feel like maybe this is a message that the reading that Lena and I have already done together is going to be accurate. But let's see what else he is showing me. Yeah, okay, so I'm seeing a candle. It seems like it's shedding light already. We've already talked about some of these things, but let's try to get more specific about Trump. Yeah, he's going further to squash hope for a lot of people that that President Donald Trump. He's just I see an image of a volunteer and an image of a wholesome person, and they're just kind of crushed by the things that he is doing right now. Hmm. Okay, that lady is dressed as a nurse and she's giving Trump some medicine and he's spitting it out. He refuses to accept the medicine that is offered to him and he's quite angry. He's crumpling up the cup of medicine. Yeah, I get this to mean Trump will actually act against his own interests. He's going to dig his own grave um, and um, and destroy himself. And I often get this. I often get this image of his daughter and his daughter's sort of role in this. It's almost like she's the ultimate. She is the ultimate key to Donald. Hmm. Yeah, and it's just Donald cares only about himself. He doesn't even care that much about his own daughter. Let's just say, he would sacrifice her to save himself. It's anything to save Donald. Because I see her shadow, her kind of in shadow, and him turning away and just letting her. It will be a hard choice, but given the choices, he'll save himself first. But he doesn't quite know how to go about that. I mean, he's already sacrificed her in a lot of ways. But what else for Donald Trump this summer? What's happening? Well, we pointed out already the hurricanes on the horizon. That won't be good for him, right? It's going to, remind everybody that global warming is a question before us, maybe the most important question before us. It'll also show who he is. All right. So he tries to put on the hat of cop, not working. He tries to put the hat on the hat of firefighter, not working. So he just doesn't have the people or the expertise to solve these kinds of problems, like the unanticipated problems that nature will provide. Ooh, well, is it Trump Tower that I'm seeing going over? I saw this in a last reading, and there's a building that's like looks like it's falling over. I don't know if it is Trump Tower exactly, but something's wrong with this building. Something causes it to fall over, and I mean I get the feeling that it's just hurricanes. Yeah, it's in Manhattan. Yeah, not only does it collapse, it collapses into other buildings. Yeah, something really bad is going to happen there. Something really horrible. see. Anything else, all the Donald Trump, that we need to know for this summer? The issue of the missing kids from south of the border is not going to go away. That is going to continue to haunt him through that summer, and it's going to frustrate him because he can't really solve that. Right? The kids have been disconnected from their parents. Some of them may never be connected again to their parents, which makes all of those kids a ward of the United States. Right? Aside from the cruelty of separating from their parents, they are now our responsibility because nobody spent the time, being organized about this. That's what liberals and progressives do, right? Is get organized. Hmm. Well, interesting image that I'm seeing, and it is from the West Coast, and it looks like that something's going on with the Pacific Rim, and it looks like it might be a financial problem between us and the other countries. This might just be the new tariffs, but I almost see like almost like electric lines going from the west coast of America, and the lines don't make it. They don't they stop halfway through the ocean. Um, hmm, is that political or social, or is it environmental? Hmm. Could it be earthquakes? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Towering building may not be Manhattan. There could be something wrong in California, and I'm getting a north and an east. I'm sorry, a north and a south. So Los Angeles maybe, and Bay Area maybe. Something's gone wrong there. Okay, let's just look at San Francisco first of all. Okay, so maybe the downtown building which is falling is San Francisco. Hmm. It might be something like an underground, like Pacific Rim problem, or I'm seeing the Bay Area, and something's wrong. Like it's like almost like an electric current. Now it's not going along the San Andreas Fault. It's going like a current from Asia to the U.S. Hmm. Okay, and I'm seeing a wave and boats capsized. Interesting that the wave is coming from California and it's going like the water's going west, which seems odd. I don't see how that would work, but okay. How about Los Angeles? No. Okay, there are more problems in San Francisco than LA or Southern California. We might see something like an earthquake in San Diego as well. All right, back to the topic here. What about Donald? What about Donald Trump? Is there anything else that we should be aware of that he's gonna that's gonna happen? Hmm. Donald's looking very stubborn. He refuses to listen, and that's, I mean, ultimately that's going to do him in. Is he's just refusing to listen. He's refusing to accept responsibility for anything. You can only do such a policy for so long. You know, you're the president, right? He's crossing his arms. He's absolutely refusing to do anything. So, is this in regard to California? Yeah, you know what? It really is. I think there's something like a threat, like, "Hey, California, I'm not going to help you out. You voted against me, so I'm not helping you in these crises." I think that there are so many crises already that he cannot he just run out of space to deal with California, and he just decides to ignore it, perhaps, and say, "Hey, guys, that's your problem." Let's see. Does this have to do with his marriage? I'm getting something like where Trump is taking off his wedding ring and Melania is taking off her wedding dress. I think she might leave him. And let's just ask Melania, are you going to leave him? Hmm. She's looking at me and she's saying, "Look, I just can't take it anymore. I can't live with this guy anymore." Ha! She's like, "You think he treats you guys badly? How do you think he treats me?" And she's just been so shamed by this whole experience. She's just been made to feel so small by Donald just by this experience. And yeah, I think that they might separate this summer, and not by his choice. It's just going to be her. Politically, it's is not a good thing, but she's just had enough. And she just looking at him and she says, I don't care about your political position anymore. I don't care about anything. I just want to be left alone. And that's what my jacket meant. It's nothing to do with kids. It has to do with you. I just don't give a damn about you anymore. And again, this is just infuriating the Donald. Anything else? He's going to continue ripping up the Constitution. That's what I see him doing. Just bit by bit, he's going to push it all the way to the Supreme Court. Everything that he can get away with, he's going to try. And even some things that he knows he won't get away with, he's going to try. Okay, I keep seeing Gorsuch, the Supreme Court Justice. I'm getting that he's having some trouble replacing the Supreme Court Justice. He's just having a lot of difficulty with this. And he's getting more and more angry and more frustrated with the system that he has to work within. And he's just trying anything. He understands the importance of this, and that if he doesn't succeed, it's political suicide. So he's just trying and trying and trying to stick somebody in there. Anybody, anybody who would do his bidding. He doesn't care, right? I get the feeling it might be a woman that he's trying to put in there, but her face shows up as an outline. It's not a done deal. She's not certain to be agreed upon. So the Senate might not agree upon placing her there. Yeah, a lady with hair that kind of goes down like this. almost looks like a sort of triangle, and she's trying to get confirmed. And the senators do not look at all happy about her. I think that they're going to say no to her. They're a little bit worried about how much you know, she's responded to Donald Trump. And even they're like, well, we don't want to give up all our power, right? So I'm going to ask, should we expect a nominee to be confirmed this summer? Maybe not. Maybe not. It might not work out. It might be such a debacle that is one of the things that causes his downfall. And let's ask. I mean, this year November, when we vote, what do we think? Will the Democrats prevail? Yeah, I'm getting a yeah. Okay, I'm getting blue is stronger than red. Is it strong enough to impeach? I'm getting that Donald is forced to sign something that removes him from office. It's not necessarily even the process of impeachment. It might just be that he is told to resign or else, right? And I mean, I think this is coming from Republicans. I think that the Democrats don't need to tell him that. He already knows their powers, but the Republicans on his team, that the Republican senators, they don't want to go through that trial, right? They don't want him to go through the trial. Yeah, Democrats will be strong this year. Okay, and now let's ask again: will the Democrats have enough votes to get rid of to impeach Trump? Yes, but just barely. They'll just barely have enough. A few Republicans might help, and the few Republicans might be the ones that swing the vote per se. They'll be the ones. I do see Mitch McConnell talking to Trump and saying, "Look, you got to go. We're not going to back you up. Even if we did have the votes, we're pretty much done. You're not helping our cause at all." Hmm. Will America experience some economic contractions from because of the tariffs? Yeah. Okay. He's really. I see. Like Spirit is pulling a cord and a plug apart. He's really gonna pull the plug on a lot of stuff. People have already started their businesses, and he's pulling the plug on them, and it's just making people so mad. But he refuses. He absolutely refuses to say that he's wrong until it's too late. Yeah, lots of plugs getting pulled, and he refuses to back down. Yeah, this is the thing that will put the nail in the coffin for Trump, is this crazy idea that he has of raising these tariffs. I see a coffin, I see nails being pounded into it. It's not a good thing for Trump. He's just taken a good economy and destroyed it. Yeah, okay, he's holding the hammer. He's like putting the nails in his own coffin. And I also wonder, it seems like he might not survive. I mean, he might. I see him also as a dead man, so I wonder if something isn't going to happen health wise that'll kill him. Anything else we need to worry about? Donald, I keep seeing Donald in the hospital room. I think it doesn't kill him, but it definitely puts him in the hospital. At least not right away. It does seem like it's a physical, not a mental problem. And he's really furious because this is like karma. You know, he made up medical issues about other people that were not true. Well, guess what? This one is true. It's being reported. People are listening to it. It happens, I think, just before the election. He goes and is hospitalized, maybe in September, and he's really furious about it. Right? It's a taste of his own medicine. Look, if you guys are worried, if you're watching this and you feel like somehow justice will not prevail, understand that we need to be active and we need to keep our government responsible for what we did, what it is doing. But on the other hand, we also need to know that he'll get a dose of his medicine. Justice will eventually prevail. We just have to be a bit patient. At the same time, we are very active in stopping what we see as wrong. Protesters, what about them? Okay, I often see this. I often see protests of people, and there are shootings at protests. So this will be another factor. If you are protesting, be very careful. Go together with groups of people. Make sure that you know who's leading the protest and that that person is closely connected with the police department. So if there are any issues, they can contact the police immediately. Keep cameras rolling, keep your phones rolling at the protests to make sure that we are able to see what's going on in real time. Maybe keep your keep your eyes on the skyline. Or wherever you go to protest, have at least one person in your group keep an eye on the skyline because that is where potentially a person is going to shoot you. Also in enclosed places. So if you're protesting in a square where there's buildings on all sides, that's a risky place for you because there's nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. There is a square and it has a statue and maybe a fountain in it, and this is a dangerous place to protest. There are snipers on the roof, at least one. He's pointing down at the people in this square, and he's shooting them. Right? He's crazy guy, just crazy right wing fanatic, as I'm seeing. And the problem is that something has happened where Trump has kind of encouraged this to happen, and this is a big political, mistake. It's not just a moral mistake. Politically, he's encouraged this to happen, and now that it has happened, he can't really backtrack from it. Is there any more messages about this summer that we need to be aware of? So just try to be very calm this summer. When things happen, respond rationally. Look at the actions of those who are rational, and try to copy them. It's very easy to lose our cool in these situations, but this is a time when we have to be very calculated and very strong, right? And again, things will get better. Things will calm down. In a few, maybe even 6 months, they'll start to go back to normal, and people will start to really think about what our country means and where we're going. Right? He says it will be better. It will. Do not worry. It really will get better. He's saying, look, I promise, I promise. I know that's what a lot of people need to know is that it will not be a total disaster. We'll have gone through this and we'll have learned more about our society and we'll have made connections with people so that we can act as a people again. He's just saying, just try not to worry. Just do your best to be active without focusing too much on on what's wrong, for example. Right? Remember, everybody has a sort of a plan in their life. Right? Everybody's got a life that they need to lead. This is both inside and outside of politics, but it is being taken care of. Right? All right, I hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching.